said it was gonna be here at 7, so
See the bus?
give us about 2 minutes, or about a minute.
Yeah.
They're putting a lot of their employees on like salary jobs.
So I'm not
Just,
sure how we can
I mean, it's brutal right now.
Welcome to the regularly scheduled Rochester Downtown Development Authority meeting for Wednesday, July 20th, 2022. Madam Secretary of the Roll.
Connie Karsten,
Here.
Tony LaPuma, Eric Diana,
Here.
Bob Bloomingdale,
Here.
Chris Johnson, Lisa Germani Williams, Roger Knapp,
Yes.
Marilyn Trent,
Here.
Paul Hay,
Here.
Mayor Vixen,
Here.
Chairman Giovanelli.
Here.
Amanda Harrison. Here. Don Sinkowitz, Christy Trevorrow.
Here.
David Wong.
Fantastic. Good evening and welcome, everyone. Thanks for making time on this sweltering evening to come out and sit in the air conditioning. Thanks for getting the air conditioning cranked up, Stuart. I can always count on when the mayor's here, it's going to be a beef hanging temperature in the council chambers. So,
You're welcome, everybody,
That was very well put.
yes, it is. It's,
even though I haven't touched it today.
it just knows when you walk in, it's like, oh, here he comes. Yeah, but no, anyway, so thanks a ton for coming, everybody. We appreciate your attendance this evening. First order of business is the approval of the meeting minutes from last month, June 15th. Is there any questions?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Haig, support by Tanya Kirsten. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Audience comments? No audience comments. Liaison reports. Ms. Harrison, good evening.
Thank you. Glad to be here this evening. There has been several things that happened on City Council this past week that I wanted to make you aware of. You might remember that a couple of years ago, the city took advantage of historically low interest rates and bonded in order to build the DPW building that we are enjoying now. We bonded a little bit higher than we were expecting to spend on the DPW building, with the intent of spending the excess on, there were several things we could have spent it on, but really we were hoping to spend it on renovating the community house and doing some necessary renovations there. We put that out to bid and it was, like everything else right now, a lot higher in price than what we were expecting. So unfortunately, we're not able to move forward with those renovations at this time.
Oh, no.
But that leaves us with a little less than $650,000 to be able to spend on other capital improvement projects within the city. So on last Thursday, a special meeting on July 11th, we approved several projects, including some contractor change requests that came in, a water and sewer main project on Helen Street, necessary renovations for the community house. I believe it was an HVAC system, and mill and fill projects throughout the city. I have a full list of the mill and fill projects we're going to do if you did want that information. So we did reallocate that bond money to be used within the city. And we also voted this past Monday night to do a pass-through rate increase for water and sewer. So the increase for water rates is going to be 1.76, and for sewer it's 3.73%, and that's going to be effective on September 1st. These aren't our decisions; these are literally just pass-through rates from where we get our water and sewer. And then lastly,
That's for GLEWAC customers,
Not the well.
not the West Side customers. West Side sewer is correct, but not the water.
No, 13th, I'm sorry, 13th.
It's 13.
Yep, in applications.
and then lastly, the council voted to allow the City Beautiful Commission to host a dog wash this Saturday from 9 to 11 a.m. in the City Hall lawn, right across from the municipal park. So if you have a puppy that needs a bath, please come out this Saturday and enjoy that. All the money goes to a good cause for initiatives through the City Beautiful Commission. And it's also going to be somewhat of a farewell to me. I resigned from my city council seat last Monday, and my last council meeting will be this coming Monday. It is very regretful, but I accepted an amazing opportunity for a new job outside of Denver, Colorado, and I'm going to be moving at the end of the month. So it was just an absolute pleasure to serve with all of you. It's been an honor, and it's with a heavy heart I'm moving on.
Well, I think I can speak for the board and say thank you for your service. It's much appreciated. You've been a breath of fresh air on council and all the efforts that you've done for the community. So you're going to be sorely missed, but where you're going is quite stunning and beautiful. So I'm sure it's going to be, and it sounds like a fantastic opportunity. So thanks for your service, and we wish you all the best, and onward and upward, as they say. So
When's the housewarming party?
the housewarming party, yeah, right, exactly.
You're all invited.
The farewell party.
It's going to be like in January during ski season, so you'll just have like everybody hanging out. So, any other questions for our council liaison? No. All right. Once again, thank you for your service. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You bet. Chamber of Commerce, Marilyn Trent.
This is very short and sweet. There isn't much going on at the chamber. So the only thing that I have to say is that on August 16th, we'll have a full board strategic planning meeting at the Ascension Hospital Conference Room. And then you've got, then we're into the fall, Sunrise Pinnacle Awards, and then it's Christmas time, Christy. That's it.
It's always Christmas at the
It's always Christmas for Christy.
Christmas never ends for the downtown development.
So that's it.
All right, thank you for your report. Any questions for our liaison? It's not seeing anyone move forward. Historical Don is not with us this evening, so we will eagerly await his report next month. Principal Shopping District, Mr. Haig.
Well, we just had the Junk in the Trunk on June 18th. It was very good. And there's another one coming up, and that'll be August 13th. And there still are some open spaces, and applications are at the DDA website. And so come on down to Junk on the Trunk. It's a lot of fun. And also, we just had Dancing in the Streets, and we just had the sidewalk sales. And the sidewalk sales, I must say, were busier than I've seen them in a number of years. And that was very good. Let's see. Anything else on business?
Movies in the Moonlight.
Oh, Movies in the Moonlight. I heard it was great. I missed it. So we have another Movies in the Moonlight coming.
We do. So it's a series of 4. So this week's is Mamma Mia. It's our throwback. So if you're a fan of ABBA, come on down. The following week will be Jungle Cruise, and the last one will be Encanto.
Okay, other than that, town's real busy. It's good.
Which is great. Yes, sir.
Christy, what do you attribute the increase, or Paul, what do you increase the increase in traffic downtown this year? Is it because of COVID being over?
I have a few thoughts, but I'll let Paul go first.
I would say the one aspect is COVID is not quite over, but it's definitely subsided, okay? And I would say people are out and about a lot more. What are your other ideas?
Well, we heard from a few people. I think some people aren't traveling as much, and so we're seeing some staycationers, so having them stay in town and coming downtown for that. I think having the events all together with having sidewalk and dancing and movies gives people a lot of reason to stay in the area because there's always something to do. But I think a lot of it goes back to the work we've done over the last 2 years with the businesses to reinforce those relationships with our customers, and I think that whenever we throw an event now, we're seeing our customers show up for us and show up for our businesses, and I think that's a lot of it. What we found is that, in talking to a lot of merchants, it was very steady for all 3 days, which is great to hear. I mean, we signed up almost 800 explorers over 3 days, which is a lot of people downtown, but everyone we ran into was super happy. Not everyone was able to put out a tent just because we're still struggling with staffing issues downtown, but they had indoor sidewalk sales then, and people were totally fine with that. So I think it's just that customer loyalty we built over the last 2 years is continuing to pay dividends for us.
Oh, forgot to add about the Explorers Club. Boy, did I have a lot of young kids come in with what 3 insects they saw in their backyard. And everybody had to answer some question to get a badge. It was good.
Perfect.
Everybody wanted the bee badge, so.
Got bee badge, yeah. Well,
it's
they
a
all
little-
got bee badges. Once they told us about their 3 insects.
Yes.
Well, all about insects is always good.
All right, fantastic. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's just nice to see everybody is, coming out of their cocoon, as it were, and reentering society. So it's great, and just to see the life downtown, and I mean this is what we do, and this is why we do what we do. So good stuff. All right, general business agenda. So downtown business recognition awards. So we have 3 this evening. Rochester Hills Public Library, Trent Creative, and Vibe School of Dance. So the last one was in December of 2019.
It was.
So the next one, we were just kind of doing math, and it would have been April of 2020, and we all know what happened then. So this is the first one we've had post-COVID. So we sent out a clarion call, the staff did, with respect to businesses for recognition, and we have a few we would like to recognize this evening. The first being the Rochester Hills Public Library. We actually have 2 for them, I believe.
We do.
Okay, great. The first one is for the Big Blue Bus, the 10-year anniversary of the bus, which is fantastic. Rochester Downtown Development Authority is pleased to recognize Rochester Hills Public Library on the occasion of the 10th anniversary of the Big Blue Bus. Big Blue Bus is focused on providing early literacy services to preschoolers in our community. It is filled with books and music for children aged birth to 5 years old. Each week, the Big Blue Bus visits daycares and preschools in the community and hosts story times for young students. The bus visits about 22 stops on a biweekly rotation. Kids are able to come to the bus with their teacher, pick out 1 book each for their classroom. Teachers are also able to check out materials and request books and/or specific topics they're learning about. The bookmobile was purchased and is funded through a generous donation from the Doris and Charles Eddy estate. As library trustee, Madge Lawson observes, the real legacy of Doris Eddy will be the children whose lives will be touched by her generous gift. It will last longer than the bus itself, and early literacy can lead to strong leaders and new paths throughout a lifetime. The Rochester Downtown Development Authority is honored to recognize the Rochester Hills Public Library and the Big Blue Bus for your contributions to the greater Rochester area, and we thank you for your support of the youth in our community, made and passed on this 20th day of July, 2022. All right, so that's the first one. So we'll do them all in order here, and I apologize for reading, but they all tell the story. The second one is for the 30th anniversary of the Old Town Road location. On the 30th anniversary location during the 1980s, it became apparent that the current library and university in Pine in downtown Rochester was too small to meet the needs of a growing community. A new library was built at 500 Old Town Road and dedicated on November 1st, 1992. Rochester Hills Public Library is a 70,000 square foot building located on the edge of downtown Rochester Central Business District. Paint Creek and Pink Creek Trail border the building on the north and east edges. The building was designed by TMP Associates and constructed by Frank Wewald & Sons of Rochester. The exterior design and the use of stone and red brick recall the architecture of the old mills that were so much a part of Rochester's history. Bay windows on the north side of the building take advantage of the scenic views of Paint Creek. Rochester Downtown Development Authority is honored to recognize the Rochester Hills Public Library for contributions to greater Rochester community and look forward to celebrating the library's 100th anniversary in 2024. Holy cow. That's awesome. All right, so picture time?
Yes, picture time.
Okay, great.
Cool. I don't have my phone. Hey, Rod, do you want to take a picture of them?
Oh, yeah.
Did you take a picture? Yeah, let's go ahead. I think you did. Christy will take one too, but I wanted one for my social media.
He's got a contract.
I think he has a media blackout. I have to sneak pictures of him. They all look super surprised when I get them.
We just have to go low.
I gotta do from the second notes.
Leave me. That was a good idea. Yeah. That was a great idea. Especially when you get a puck. It's baseball.
Yes, they're going to.
It would be on TV.
See the point, yes, we can.
And those polyester uniforms, these were always the hottest days of the year.
You know something that way? No, Stuart, you're lucky. We were gonna go like that behind your head, but we didn't. Okay.
We've had a lot worse than that.
We all have.
All right, I don't know how this one snuck in here, but I guess we'll do it.
Oh, hold on, Tiffany.
Oh, wait, sorry, go
No,
ahead.
that's okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say thank you on behalf of the Rochester Hills Public Library. This means a lot to the library to have these recognitions as a 30-year anniversary of the building and the 10-year anniversary of the preschool bus. And we look forward to our 100th anniversary in 2024, so I'm sure we'll be back again.
Oh, for sure.
And I have heard the bus, so I believe it's out in the parking lot right now, for whenever you want to take a small tour.
All right, super. Yeah, we'll get through the agenda pretty quick, and then we'll go ahead and do that, so.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much for everything. We really appreciate it. Okay, and then last but certainly not least is, and I don't know how this one got in there, but this is fantastic, right? So Marilyn Trent Creative, 30-year anniversary. That, when I saw that, I was like, holy cow, that is.
Yeah, you didn't know.
Yeah,
I was
no, I didn't
80.
know, you're right.
I'm a good plastic surgeon.
See, there you go, perfect.
Yeah, and I was her first client.
Yeah, that's right. Paul was my first client.
Too funny.
Yeah.
The Rochester Downtown Development Authority is pleased to recognize Marilyn Trent, the founder of Trent Creative, on the occasion of 30 years in business. Marilyn began her journey in 1982, Bachelor of Fine Arts, her creative talent, tenacity, and commitment to satisfying the design needs for her clients, tenacity for sure. Her mission was to improve the integration of the creative process with strategy, marketing, and client interactions, and it is on those pillars that Trent Creative was founded. Over the past 3 decades, she has turned that business into an award-winning full-service marketing and design agency, while simultaneously raising 2 daughters and acting as a catalyst for positive social and ecological change in the Rochester community. That is also very true. Marilyn Trent is the recipient of the Rochester Regional Chamber of Commerce's Businesswoman of the Year Award and currently volunteers for time serving on the DDA board, the Rochester Regional Chamber of Commerce, City Beautiful Commission. In 2019, she founded the Rochester Pollinators to save the monarch butterfly and other pollinating insects and birds. The Rochester Downtown Development Authority is honored to recognize Marilyn Trent for your contributions to the greater Rochester community and wish you continued success in your business. Yay.
Picture time.
Yeah, thank you.
It's like church. Sit up.
Hey, you sure leave his donations. We're passing the plate for you.
Please do.
The holder of the.
Yeah, the holder of
the sign? Okay, there we go.
I know. I'm doing a couple of things. You have to make us look good. Well, it's not hard, you guys are normal, but let's do one more here, and then I've got to win. Okay, Rod wants to get a couple, so. Yeah, I'm not competing with Rod.
Reflection on your glasses, man.
Oh, shit.
Back up for the full thing. Just the editors sometimes.
We're taking high res, otherwise Marilyn's going to be down. I always take with my finger from the lens. Thank you for everything. Congratulations.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate
Yeah,
this
okay.
great award.
So we'd like to thank both our recipients for your community, your efforts in the community and longevity and all of the contributions therein. So once again, thanks for that. So that worked fantastic. It's nice to have that back and going again. So next quarter.
Yep.
So any additional, how do other people?
So if people are still interested, keep emailing me, but I have a backlog of about 23 businesses. So I'm trying to get 3 or 4 here at a time.
Got it, okay.
So it'll be a minute, but sending them, I'll just keep putting them on the list. It's no
Amen.
problem.
We will get through it, but there's, well, that just speaks volumes as to the amount of commitment in the community, so that's fantastic. All right, we will get Vibe School of Dance next meeting. Bill LaPuma Community Spirit Award, Madam Director.
So you may recall that we discussed this at the last meeting. We've been talking about it for quite some time after Bill's passing, that we wanted to do something to honor him and his memory and his love of Rochester. So last month, we chatted about the criteria of what we wanted to do. The link that I sent in your packet was to a Google form. We're going to do an online call for entries. The idea is the Bill LaPuma Community Spirit Award is to recognize someone from downtown. We call them a downtown stakeholder and define it as someone who is a downtown business owner, property owner, or employee, and someone that embodies the community spirit and pride and love of Rochester that Bill demonstrated every day. So as long as everyone liked what they saw on the Google form, I'm going to go ahead and put the press release out on that tomorrow, as well as sharing the link on our social media, putting the call out that the applications will be due the first Friday in August. And then we're hoping that by the time we see you guys in the August meeting, we will have a nominee.
Excellent. Yeah, it was good as far as I'm concerned. Is there any other questions for the director with respect to this?
Yeah, we asked people they can give a reason, 250 words or less,
Got it, yeah.
of why this person is
Short, sweet,
deserving
to
of
the
that.
point.
Short, sweet, to the point, and you can self-nominate as well. So, just putting it out there, because some people ask, so just putting it out there. If you feel really strongly about yourself, feel free.
You know what? What's the old saying? The only sale you're not going to get is the one you don't ask for, right?
That is
So,
correct. So the winning or the selected person is going to have a private Coney party at La Puma's on the deck, as well as getting their name on a permanent plaque inside of La Puma's Coney Island.
That's fantastic. All right, well, it's super exciting. We've been trying to get to this for a while, so this is good stuff. So looking forward to moving that as quickly as possible. Next on the agenda is Main Street Next Gen Pilot.
Hi again. So again, this is another one that we started talking about post or pre-COVID, and then everything happened, and so it kind of got put on the back burner. But now, just a couple weeks ago, I had the opportunity to be on a conference call with the other 3 pilot cities, that is Ferndale, Farmington, and Royal Oak. So it's the 4 of us that are going to be doing this. We are the pilot for the nationwide pilot for the new Next Gen program. I attached the deck from our call in there. That was what was in your packet, showing where they're going with this. As a part of this, to evaluate our communities and hear more about the work we're already doing in these areas, they are going to be scheduling half-day visits for each community. I was really hoping that they would have given me my date before I saw you guys tonight, and they do not have it yet. So they are planning to be here the week of August 22nd. I know Ben's already told me that Monday is a no-go, so I'm really hoping to push them later in the week. But once I get a date and find out on the agenda what in the world they want to see, I may be tapping a few of you to come join us to meet the people from National Main Street. So it'll be a team from National Main Street, as well as some representatives, our friends from Main Street, Oakland County. So as soon as I know something, you will know something. But it's very exciting. What they're really hoping, timeline-wise, is that we can get everything together, and then they will be presenting this at the national conference, which is in Boston in March, end of March of next year. So we're hoping that this is really going to be something that we can start building on, because they're going to be working this into our accreditation. You know how I feel about the accreditation, and this is going to be a big point of that. So I'm hoping we might have an inside track to know what they're looking for. We can start working on some of those initiatives.
Always good to be able to set the playbook.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's great.
Yes.
Yeah, that Monday, the only reason I can't go is I'm moving Alex into his, he's going into apartment this year, not in the dorm, so it's a big
deal.
move. Yeah, he's
It's a big move.
college junior, you know. So we'll be driving back from Milwaukee on that day, so. All right, so that's good stuff. So I guess we'll wait for the date and then
Yep.
let us know, so.
Yes, as soon as I have it, you'll have it.
All right, super. Any questions for the director on either one of these topics?
I'd just like to say I'm very excited about this.
I am too.
I
think
really
It's
am.
going to be cool.
I do. I think it's great.
You know how we like to be first at things, so I'm
Yeah,
kind of
first
excited.
and
I know.
new,
It's
yeah,
just
'cause
really
what
nice to see
current
the
is like, you know, we're just so used to the
partners.
drill.
It's good about that partnership, and I love collaboration.
I was just going to say, that's exciting. I'm excited too.
Very good. All right, with that, regular reports, executive director update, Madam Director.
So I sent out to everyone yesterday for the Business Development Annual Meeting. Apparently, everyone is excited for Nick's last hurrah as doing our business meeting. We already have 33 RSVPs, so we're very excited. Nick's very excited. So it's going to be fine. So this is our opportunity. We actually did this last year as well. We had about 60 people last time. I think we're going to top that. This is Nick's opportunity to do a lot of what he shares with us on a quarterly basis, but doing the entire city and talking about all the developments that really impact the downtown, and the businesses really get a kick out of it. So we're excited to have them, and I hope anyone who's interested, please feel free. I know a couple people already emailed me, but you guys are welcome to join us. That is August 15th. I know you're gone. Yes, just going down my list here, Christmas in July, we sold 2 more trees since last time I saw you. So if you know anyone that wants to sponsor a tree, have them come see me, because I think it's a law, the only time I can really talk about Christmas and get people to respond to me is the month of July, other than the holiday season, because everyone's letting it go now that I'm going Christmas in July, and people are spending me money in August, it's all gonna stop. So I
Another
really
week,
gotta
10
work
days.
it, because I need another $1,500 to meet my $15,000 goal. So come on, people. If you know anybody, send it out. And then Explorers Club, we already hit on, Paul hit on. We've had people coming into the studio this week. We do have over 800 Explorers, which is pretty much where our average of where we were pre-COVID. So, yeah, so we're excited. We actually did do Explorers Club throughout COVID. We did it in 20 and 21. In 20, we had about 350 kids sign up. Last year, we had about 550. So we're back where we were. So that's all good news. Magical Mural Tour, we're already getting designs in. So if anyone wants to do a 4-foot by 8-foot plywood mural, call me. Those have to be in by the end of the month, and then those will be up for the month of September. And then I have a little show and tell from Miss Taylor. So I think everybody knows that at the office, we sell merchandise and helps pay for the rent at the studio. And one of the new things that we've been doing are doing what we call Capsule Collections, where we love the Love Local, but I think enough people have the Love Local that it still sells, but we've been doing some different things. So we did those map totes that I showed you last month. We debuted our Smiley line, which is almost sold out and is restocking next week, hopefully. So we have all of that. We did really well with that. We're really hitting a younger market. So Taylor really wanted to do something with these interesting stickers and doing a whole like Rochester memory series. So we just have the stickers so far. They literally just came in the mail today, but I'm going to pass these down with Paul. Let's keep this one for 1 second. So, you know, there are these little stickers that you see the kids putting on their water bottles, on their laptops, whatever. So what we did is we sent photos of different downtown icon businesses and had them do these illustrated versions of them. So these will be available at the studio probably starting next week. We're working on some other ideas for the collection of what they would be. So these are.
What's the cost?
I think we're going to sell them. We're still discussing that. They're going to be 3 or 4. So.
Okay.
We're just figuring it all out. But we're kind of excited. So now this artwork that they created for us, we can apply that to a lot of other things. So again, we're just trying to branch out. We're already working on our fall line. For anyone who responded to our survey of doing one of those shirts, I think you saw it on there that we posted one of Detroit that says, you know, lions and tigers and pistons and all that. Said if we did something of Rochester, what would you want to see? And we had an onslaught of response for that. So there'll be a T-shirt that's coming out, and then we're already well into planning the holiday line. So. All about the fundraising, all about the Love Localing, so it's all good.
Rinse, lather, repeat, that's every day.
That is correct. So I think that's everything I have for my report, and then when you get to site development, I'm gonna do Tony's downtown maintenance walk update.
Got it. So you're going to do that one for Tony?
I'll do that one for Tony.
Okay, very good. So, so that was executive director plus events and marketing, both?
Yes.
Okay, so, sorry.
Sorry.
Financial reports in your packet, if there's any questions. That is the wrap-up for the year, I think, so. Biz Dev?
Biz Dev, well, I will tell you that we had a meeting this morning, and it was very, very busy. I'm going to ask Nick to kind of elaborate, but one thing that hit me was that with all the new building that's coming in and all the new people that are coming in, that the population of people downtown will increase by 20% in the next 5 years. And that's not out there. That's more likely what it'll be or more. So think about how that's going to affect the more need for more restaurants and having restaurants open more, the more need for more business to be open different hours to access all these people that are coming down. And just, it's gonna cause a lot of difference in town as to action. A lot of other things went on. We talked about what new businesses are coming in. Green was sold to Altera. We don't know what they're doing with it yet, and I'll just say that for you, because I know that's a little, and a lot of people are asking you, yeah.
Yes, Arterra, I believe they've closed down the building, but they decided to put up signs the morning of sidewalk sales and then kind of just leave it there. So of course, everyone stopped at our table, which was next door, and said, what's with that?
Yeah.
So we don't know. Originally, we thought they were just moving the real estate offices, but it looks like they're doing a hybrid where it would be real estate offices as well as a co-working space. So we're still waiting for information. They have not submitted anything to the city yet, so we don't have anything concrete yet, but that is what we were able to discern from the signage.
I'll just say one more thing and then I'll leave it over to you. The Shoe-In will be an entertainment venue soon. It will also bring a ton of people into town. And not the regular people, it'll be people from Royal Oak, it'll be people from Birmingham, it'll be people from a lot of the outskirts of Rochester. Take it away.
So I'm gonna pass, because I don't wanna give away my presentation in August, so stay tuned.
Yeah, right. Stay tuned.
Okay.
Good stuff's happening. If you want to find out more, you got to wait for Nick's
There you go.
swan song in August.
Well, how about the Holiday Expo update? It'll be November 15th from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, is that it?
14th.
14th, just like I read it wrong. And it'll be 3/4 of the ballroom, and that's always a lot of fun, because you have about 400 or more people to come through, looking and just enjoying themselves, finding about the new businesses, And it's definitely an event that a lot of people in Rochester like every year. That's it.
All right, fantastic.
wanna
Any
make sure
questions
he's finished.
for,
I don't have a question, but I have a comment. You had mentioned restaurants staying open longer. I wanted to thank Christy for moving, and I know we talked about it before, the vendor Thursday
Night market, yep.
Thursday market to our street, and that kind of started a whole thing for my tea room. Tea room you would think is a brunch and lunch place, but we had been so busy over the weekends, we could not see a lot of our normal weekend traffic, so we decided to stay open on Thursday nights, starting with that. And what we did is we just sent a message out to all of our customers saying, we will remain open throughout the summer on Thursdays only if we have reservations. We're not gonna sit around waiting for people. And it's worked. We were sold out last Thursday. We have reservations this Thursday, and so it's going on. So maybe that's a start of starting to stay open a little more. So I know you had mentioned with these other venues opening up and bringing people in, and with the new people coming in, you said 20% increase?
20% increase over the next 5 years or more.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's a start.
all good things, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, thank you for that update. Site development.
So I think everyone knows, and I thank you to everyone here who was able to join us. We had our annual downtown maintenance walk a couple weeks ago, and we've been doing this for about 5 years now, and I think we're really seeing the fruits of our labor. That the first time we went on a walk, Nick will remember this, we were like, what in the heck is going on in this town? So every year that we've done this, we've had more and more positive things to see and say. We've, over the last 5 years now, replaced all the sidewalks downtown, removed all the pavers. We've done a lot of the maintenance that we needed to do to get rid of our things and to make things look good. So overall, walking along, letters have already gone out from the fire department for anything that were compliance issues, anything that we saw while we were walking, so that's already taken care of. A few things that we identified that we're looking into, the wayfinding signs, and this is something that I've been talking to Nick about, the ones that we did back with Main Street Makeover, not inexpensive, and the city has some of these too. The method of how they were applied is starting, the ones that get the most sun are starting to peel to the point that the vinyl is receding and the letters are becoming hard to read. So that's something we're gonna be looking into, if it's something that we can resurface and still use, or if we're talking about starting over and doing it in a different way to get more longevity out of it. So that's something that we're probably gonna be talking about. I'm guessing that's gonna be a goals and objectives discussion, because I don't think it's going to be inexpensive, because the last time we did this, even though it did include the polls, was a $250,000 program between us and the city. So that's not small change. So that's something
The new vinyl wrap is in order.
Yes, exactly.
I like those paint 'em.
So there's that. We were looking at some areas, the trees now, since, it's been 10 years, it's about time for them to be getting trimmed. They were trimmed about 5 years ago, and we're due for another trim. So we got that going and scheduled with DPW to hire Davey Tree to come out and do that for us. And then we started looking at, now that the light pole order came in, they came in 2 months early, which is super exciting. So it looks like we are going to be finishing East University and then coming down and finishing West 3rd and West 4th.
Good, okay.
So, and then I think we're gonna hit a few of the East Street ones in the middle of there too. So we're starting to go on the east side of town now. So North Main is taken care of. This will finish off University both sides, and now we're starting to come east. And then I think the next round will go down into 2nd Street and off onto the side streets again. So we're,
Get done, it'll start all over again, so.
Lord help me, yes. So it's all good. So we have 41 poles that are gonna be going out and about.
Very good. Yeah, I know it's, like
Yeah.
anything else with supply chain issues, we're sort of worried, but that's great that it came in early.
Yeah,
All right, fantastic. Anything else?
that's all I have on that
All
report.
right, very good. Any questions for site? Thank the fire department for stepping up the politeness, as usual, so good stuff. All right, with that, I think we've completed the balance of the agenda. Is there any miscellaneous comments from the team? Okay. Once again, thank you for your attendance this evening. We appreciate it. Next meeting is August
It is August 17th.
August 17th, so same bat time, same bat station. We'll see you guys next month.
And go
Meeting
see the
adjourned.
preschool bus.
Yeah, oh, the bus is outside, yes, go see the bus.
Yep.
Oh, it's across the street, all right, very good. Meeting adjourned.
All right.
35 minutes, Stuart.